Welcome to the Femalepreneur Coach podcast. I am your host, Rebecca Barr. I am a transformational mindset and business coach and six-figure award-winning female entrepreneur. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that business and making money doesn't have to be hard when you're in alignment and flow. Inside this podcast, I will be showing you how to transform your mindset to program it for success, how to maximize your money vibrations, and how to redesign your business for ultimate financial and time freedom. You know you are meant to live an epic life. Now it's time to claim it. Hey lovely, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of my podcast. I'm super excited to have you here, and I'm also very curious as to where you are listening to this today. I'm somebody that always, whenever I am in motion, so if I'm walking somewhere, driving somewhere, I would say jogging, but let's not joke. I'm not kidding anybody with that. I don't jog anywhere. But whenever I'm in motion, I'm always listening to something because it just really helps me to connect to myself and just feel really super inspired and motivated. And I think I take the information in better as well. So yeah, I'm always curious, where are you listening to me? I know some people do it while they're making dinner in the kitchen, like part of your morning routine, like let me know. And then today's episode, I'm super excited to record as well because it's actually in collaboration with feedback from my Instagram audience. So if you want to obviously connect with me and give me some feedback and obviously request episodes or ask questions, you can go and find me on my Instagram page, which is the Femalepreneur Coach. And one of the ladies in there had mentioned that she'd really love an episode on how I essentially run my CEO days. So every month I always have a check-in with myself, and I like to call it a CEO day. So sometimes, depending on where we are and what's going on, it will just be something at home, and it will be like a really beautiful, sacred, like hour, 2 hours. But otherwise, if I have time and I'm feeling fancy, then I actually go out and I'll have like lunch somewhere. I'll maybe meet a friend, another business bestie, and really do this work in a really lovely setting, because then I feel super fancy, maybe have a glass of wine. And I'd love to know, for you, what that might look like. But I just think it's so important as women and as business owners that we really honour the gift that it is that we have our own businesses, and we start treating it like an actual business. Step up, be boss ladies, and be really intentional about where we're going and what we're doing. Because a lot of the time when I was in business at the beginning of my journey, I didn't realise the power that I had as a business owner. I didn't really see it as anything special or anything exciting. I didn't think I was a boss or a boss babe or anything like that. I just was, just surviving really at the beginning stages and kind of, learning as I went. But actually, like, you're a business owner. You're changing the game for your daughters and for the next generation, because when one of us steps up and steps into our power, we are changing the narrative for everybody else around us. We are changing what is possible for everyone around us. And you are truly an inspiration. Like, I spent so many years in corporate being like everybody else, doing what I thought, society and the mainstream had told me would lead to success, and what was okay, what was normal, what was, all of those things. And it's almost like I felt bad to be the black sheep that was going off and having to run a business because my personal life was a shit show and I needed that freedom. But actually now I'm like, no, hang on a sec. I'm on the Chamber of Commerce. I'm part of directors of my local business community. Like, I'm mentoring students at the university. I am supporting clients to do the same thing. Like, I'm a boss. Even though I may be covered in poo a lot of the time of the day, I am a boss. And as a business owner, you have a voice, you have a certain power, you bring a lot to the table in terms of like legislation, the economy, the UK, like all the things. So first of all, let's just acknowledge that we deserve to have a CEO day in the first place. Whether you're making £2,000 a month, whether you're making £100,000 a month, whether you're making £1 million a month, you are still a badass boss bitch, babe. Don't let anybody tell you or make you feel any different. You absolutely are. So that's the first thing that I wanted to kind of say. For the first few years of my business, felt a bit of a fraud, and I never would have done this kind of work or even want to appear to be like celebrating myself or, being above myself. Now I make it as fancy as I want. If I want to sit in my red lipstick and wear my favorite outfit and have a glass of wine, I'm going to bloody do it, because that's what feels good. But how I kind of structure that time, for me, the overarching theme, because you can apply whatever you want from this episode and take it and run your own CEO dates however you want. But basically, the things that I'm looking at are essentially, what do I want to do next month? Because for me, as business owners, we can get stuck on a rinse and repeat cycle where every day feels like Groundhog Day. We can't really see the growth that we've been through, and we're just doing what we know works. We're not necessarily testing new things. We're not trying new things. We're not experimenting enough to see what works. We are just doing what we've always done. And for me as a coach, I'm always about challenging what your perception of what works well and what's available to you, and just almost like every month breathing new energy into your business and just thinking, right, okay, well, that has worked up to this point. Does it still feel good to me? Do I still want to do it? Do I still want to stay in this space? Do I still want to offer these services? Do I still want to be at this price point? Do I still want to be working with these types of clients? And it's knowing as a woman that you always have the opportunity to choose again and to do something that feels completely different, but feels exciting, that feels expansive. And this isn't at the detriment of consistency and getting traction in your business. It's just knowing that you can if you want to. Because trust me, when you are in alignment with your business, when you are absolutely obsessed and lit up and shining because you are just so excited for what you're offering, that is always going to give you a better conversion than, well, this worked well last time, so I'm just going to do it again. So that's the kind of overarching theme for these days. But it's also, so the first thing I like to do, first and foremost, is look at the financials, because as women, like, we've got to really boss up and be financially empowered and take control of our finances. And like I say, whether that's £100 in your business or £200,000, you've got to become financially astute to make that £100 or whatever it is. What's the most, how can I make the most of that money? Where am I investing it in my business? Where is it going to give me the biggest return? That could be investing in a coach. It could be investing in property, stocks and shares. It could be investing in a joint venture. It could be anything really. Or is it, investing in software or a team, something that's going to ads, something that's going to get me more visibility, something that's going to expand my reach, something that's going to level up my brand and my profile, something that's going to automate my systems and free up more time and energy and just stop things being such a pain in the arse. I'm all about, like, whatever money I've got in there, is it working and giving you the biggest return that it possibly can? Because I'm all about the power of leverage as a coach. It's always leveraging your time, your money, and your connections to get the biggest bang for your buck. And I think that obviously comes from the fact that, I have 5 kids. I don't have all the time in the world to put in my business, but also I didn't create a business to essentially have a job for myself. I wanted to have time and financial freedom. So that comes from getting a little bit astute and smart with your money and not leaving money on the table and making sure that the money that you make is giving you the biggest return, energetically, financially, all of the things basically. So that's the first thing I do. I look at everything that's coming that month, like what is working well right now? What is giving me a really good return? Where do I maybe need to put some more energy and focus and attention into promoting like particular offers? Maybe, and everything that I do in business is always with a sense of curiosity. I never have any element of ego attached, that if something hasn't worked, it's something to do with me. It absolutely isn't. It's just like a puzzle that needs to be fixed. But equally, I work in collaboration with the universe. So if something really hasn't converted, I always like to journal on that a little bit further and think, right, okay, is this because there's something better? Is this because this wasn't the right offer? Is this because I made it about me and not about my clients? Is this because it's just not quite the thing? Like, I always ask for guidance and reflect on what, like I say, what's worked well and what hasn't, because we don't want to repeat more of the same cycles and we don't want to throw good money after bad. So that's something that I'm really passionate about as well. It's fixing your energy leaks, your money leaks as it relates to money mindset. So like I say, not throwing good money after bad, and knowing when it's time to call a day, knowing when something really isn't working out and it just doesn't make sense. And that might be at the cost of not appearing to be a nice person, but that's their problem, not yours. And as women that are truly financially empowered, we need to be able to and ready to make those decisions. So that's something that I would really love for you to think about as well when you're looking at all of your outgoings. Are they is your money being put in the best places? And equally, where are you not getting enough money right now? What is not working for you? Maybe you're not charging enough for your services and truly the transformations that you're providing for your clients. I increase my prices periodically throughout the year because every new level of me needs a new level of client. But equally, I am continually investing in my own personal development. Every single day I do the work. There is no fucking exception. Even if I'm away with my kids, I just did an Instagram post on this where I was literally breastfeeding my baby by the pool in the shade, reading a personal development book, because the work is never done. With every new level of success requires a new level of self-belief, and I need to reaffirm those new neural network pathways in my brain that tell me that I am worthy, that I am enough, that I am good at what I do. That journey never ends. And particularly, if you want to expand that next level of success, you've got to continue to reinforce these positive messages and strengthen your mindset, your killer confidence, because if you don't believe it, your clients won't believe it. So I increase my prices probably 2 to 3 times a year, and that will be when I have felt that shift, when I know that I am getting incredible results from my clients, when I know that I've had an aha moment, a shift, I've up-leveled either my mindset, my skills, my network. So I'm always continually investing in masterminds, because as a coach, as a business coach particularly, you've got to have access to other incredible services and people so that you can then extend that network to your client. For me, that is a no-brainer. And it's a must, because there's no point my clients coming to me expecting me to know everything and do everything and be an expert in all things, because I'm not going to be. But I will know somebody that is, and I will have a contact who can help them with whatever it is that they need. And if I don't have it within my team, because I've also got a team of tech experts and Kajabi experts and VAs and all of the things, if I don't have it, then I will know somebody that does. And I am not above sharing my connections. I think that's really important, that as women we help each other to grow our businesses through genuine connections as well. So if you come into my world, you've got access to my black book, you can know all my people, you can see behind the scenes, you can basically have everything that I have had to grow to get to this point. And that's ultimately what you're paying for when you work with me. It's full disclosure and full access. I'm not going to be holding things back. I'm not going to be wanting to upsell you to something else. It's just, if you're in my community and in my corner, you get it all, and that's absolutely fine. And that's how I feel that it should be. So part of my commitment to that is making sure that there's longevity in my business. So somebody that worked with me a year ago is going to get a leveled up experience when they work with me now, because my network has increased, my mindset has strengthened, my visibility has increased, there's new platforms that I'm testing, like I'm still doing things in the background as well. That means that it's always fresh energy. So I will never be stale, my business will never be stale, and neither will your experience. So I've got clients that have worked with me for like 18 months and we're still going. So that feels really, really exciting. And I would love for you to do that reflection over, looking over the last month. Look at take your business back to basics at every beginning of the month. Like, look at everything you've got. So, and the whole customer journey. So I look at my lead magnets. So obviously, if you're not familiar what a lead magnet is, it's essentially a value-adding resource that somebody will download. In exchange, they will give you their email address. That's it in its simplest form, but it could be something else. I've got my membership is my lead magnet, because I typically upsell clients into other products or services. Events that I'm at, that I run, those are lead magnets because they're generating leads for my business. So that to me is essentially the same thing. But I look at, what am I doing right now to get visible? What is my lead magnet? Who am I collaborating with right now? What am I investing, and how can I leverage that more? And then I will look at all of those things. What am I delivering right now? What feels good? What are my offers? Am I so fucking excited about that I cannot wait to talk about? What are the ones that I'm like, yeah, it's there if you want it, Like, what are my truly passive products right now? And is there, what's the feedback that I've had this month? Is there an opportunity to add another self-study or another passive income, or somebody that I've worked with so much and I really vibe on their energy? Is there an opportunity for a collaboration? Like, I'm always doing that, that evaluation work throughout the month as I go, but I really take that moment to go through absolutely every aspect of my business once a month as a non-negotiable, and I make it exciting. So I never miss this. And the first of the month for me is like the best time. So Mondays are my favorite day of the week, and the first of the month is always really exciting because it's all about new energy, new opportunities. So I'd love to invite you to look at that and really like the whole customer journey. So this month for me, I'm going to be up-leveling my money mindset lead magnet for the bootcamp, because I think what I've got right now is great, it converts, it works, but not enough for me to really get out there and support my mission to get more women to be financially independent and empowered. And also something that I'm going to be doing towards the end of the year is investing in a human design course, and how that relates to money and how that affects our decisions and the way that we manifest and everything, and run our businesses, and how we, all of those things. So that's something that will then be incorporated into that boot camp, because every time I level up, the boot camp continues to level up because I add new modules and I tweak it. So it's not really a passive income, because I'm continually in there tinkering, looking at, because it's just my passion. Like, money mindset is my jam. It's the thing that I'm obsessed with. Every single day I'm reading money mindset books. I'm learning as I increase my network and the net worth of my network. I'm continually using those learnings to go back and just add layers to what I'm learning inside the bootcamp. So it truly is the course that keeps on giving, because you've got lifetime access. Once you buy it once, that's it. So I'm always looking at ways to drive more traffic to that. So one thing I'm going to do this month is obviously up level the lead magnet and the customer journey. So I'm actually increasing it to a 10-part sequence, which is my next level expansion. It's really going to test me in terms of, my copywriting team, the videos, the thought process, the whole journey. So I'm super excited for that. So that's something that I'm doing. I would love to invite you to translate that to your business, what that might look at. But I'm also looking at the platforms that I'm currently on. And I've been doing some testing this month on like TikTok and what else? Pinterest is something I may move into YouTube, because as I'm getting, learnings from my content, what converts, what doesn't, what people want, what really adds value and what really helps people right now, then I can translate that to what platforms are going to allow me to showcase that. So if you do this right, your business will never be boring. You will never feel stale. You will never not be excited to be in your business, because you're constantly looking for that next level of expansion and new energy to bring into your business. So essentially, I look at all of the business operations. I look at the people in my team. Who have I got supporting me right now? Are they the best people? Are they in the right places? I look at my entire customer journey. I have like fresh eyes on all of my sales pages. My website needs some work, and I may do some branding this month, because I want to up level some bits that were missing from my last branding round. Obviously, I changed my pictures, which was really good. So it could be really simple things like that, just getting new pictures and keeping it interesting. I'm also going to be looking at some new things in the society, because that's kind of like, growing, and that's fantastic. I'm making some tweaks and inviting in guest experts for there, which is really, really great. And the women are having some incredible results, which is super exciting. And then also for my one-to-one clients, I'm opening up the Six Figure Sisterhood, which is my mastermind. So I'm actually incorporating it both, so that my one-to-one clients get the one-to-one support with me, but they also get that element of community from the other ladies inside the mastermind. And it just enables me as well to bring in even more higher level growth strategists, so wealth management strategies, visibility coaches, so more high level strategies to scale their businesses, because typically the people that work with me on a one-to-one basis, because it's an investment, they are either women that want to go all out and go faster in their business. They're not here to play small. They don't want to hang around. They don't want to give it a year. Like, they are ready to go all in now, and they want to get the quickest return and the most amount of visibility in the quickest way possible. Or they are women that already have a business and want to take it to the next level. So it makes sense that with those kind of women, they're going to need a slightly different type of guest expert than the women in the society that are more like the startups and more kind of finding their way and, maybe going through a place of transition. So that's really exciting for me, because that enables me to collaborate with women that have been on my list for a while in a really beautiful container. But I can also now open that up as my official mastermind again to other women that are just looking for that community, that accountability, that mentorship, the guest experts, a container where they can do something fancy, go and have an in-person event once a quarter, and just really step into that boss lady mode. So I'm super excited for that. You get a whole different dedicated members resource area, because it's all the next level strategies and content, which I'm super excited. So I'm going to be creating that this month. So that feels really good. I just did a flash sale at the end of August. So I've got loads of clients to on board. But again, just bringing in new energy into my business all the time. So that might be something that you want to consider. Every month I always do free coaching sessions again, because it's an opportunity for new conversations and being of service, new feedback, new just everything basically. So it's super exciting. That might be something that you want to implement into your business. But essentially, I'm looking at every aspect. So the operations, the team, the marketing, the money, and basically how I want to serve, how I want to feel, where I want to show up. Am I in alignment with my brand? Where do I need to be? And just continually checking in to make sure that I'm always growing and leveling up. And my business has grown massively this year. Now, obviously, part of that is because, I'm over the other side of having the baby, and I had the time and energy to do it this year. But it's also about me setting the intention every month of where I want to be, but also detaching from that. So it's right, this is generally speaking where I want to get to. There'll be certain milestones that I want to hit, and that will feel really great. But equally, as long as I feel like I am expanding every month, I'm growing, I'm pushing myself, and I'm not coasting. And, this, so next week I've got a really exciting collaboration. It's something I haven't done before, cannot bloody wait. So that I'm always approaching every new week with that energy. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm speaking to this person. It's going to be amazing. I'm recording this episode. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to this thing. I'm doing this thing. I'm I can't wait to see what the feedback is on this. That's how you want to be in business. And also in life, who doesn't want to wake up every week super excited for what is going to come your way? And it's knowing that it's inevitable, but it starts with doing this work and allowing yourself that moment for reflection and checking in and really becoming the captain of your own ship. Captain of your own ship? I think that's the right word. So that you can just, know that you're moving forwards and you're doing it with intention, with your own boundaries, priorities, goals and dreams in mind. So I hope that helps you to really set the scene for your own CEO day. If you end up doing this in your business, please reach out on Instagram, the Femalepreneur Coach, and let me know, because I absolutely love it. And I've had clients that have sent me selfies while they're at a beautiful restaurant with a glass of wine, and that always feels really amazing too, because it's just, we need to step into that boss lady mindset, and I'm totally here for it. So thank you so much for listening. If you are interested in any of the offers that I've mentioned, then please just drop me a message on Instagram, and let's get you into my community and into my world, because let me tell you, this is just the beginning, and I have that confidence because I know the work that I'm doing behind the scenes, and I have that passion and excitement for my business that I am always going to be driving it forwards. There's coaches out there that you can tell they are on their way out. They are stacking their cash to leave the industry because they've had enough, because they've built their businesses out of alignment with them, because they aren't looking for those opportunities for growth and expansion every month. They are bored, they are stale, and they will not be here within the next 12 months. I will never be one of those coaches, because this is my soul's purpose, my higher calling, and I want you to have that connection to your business too. So have a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode. It's been amazing to share this time with you, and I feel honoured to be part of your journey. If you've loved what you've heard, had an aha moment, or found value in this episode, then please do like, comment and share. I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook, so come and find me, and I look forward to helping you build your epic life.